CM Punk is gearing up for a huge match at WWE SummerSlam as the best in the world is set to face Gunther for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. The voice of the voiceless hasn't won a world title in the promotion in over 10 years, and this weekend's event offers another opportunity for him. Wrestling veteran Vince Russo feels that if Punk were to win the title off Gunther, he could go back into an old feud, only for it to be for the championship this time. Gunther and Punk haven't faced each other before, so it'll be exciting to see how this match plays out. Russo was heard speaking on the latest episode of Writing with Russo on Sportskeeda WrestleBinge. He was asked by his co-host, Chris Featherstone, about the possible direction WWE could go with if CM Punk wins the title at SummerSlam, and Russo suggested returning to his iconic feud with Drew McIntyre. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre have had a long-lasting hatred for each other ever since the former returned to the company. Drew lost his World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania XL minutes after winning it, courtesy of CM Punk. McIntyre was taunting Punk after the match, which led to Punk attacking him and leaving the door open for Damian Priest to cash in his Money in the Bank contract. FaZe is a WWE writer at Sportskeeda Wrestling. He is a BBA graduate who is passionate about sports and wants to make a career in that field. This passion led to a postgraduate degree in journalism, which helped him pivot into becoming a sports writer. When writing, he puts the utmost importance on accuracy and thorough research. FaZe has 6 years of work experience across 4 companies. He started his career with Zomato and then moved to Amazon. He shifted to becoming a football writer at TV9 Digital and is now with Sportskeeda. He covered the Wrestling Extreme Mania event in Gurgaon in 2025, where he had the opportunity to interview Raj the Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. At the same event, he also got quick interviews with former WWE superstar Dijak and Japanese Joshi legend Imai Sakura. When it comes to his favorite wrestlers, FaZe has 2 names in mind. He loved to watch Triple H before the current WWE CEO retired, and he is a huge fan of Roman Reigns. Being a loyal fan since the Tribal Chiefs Shield days, FaZe credits Roman's mic skills and unmatched in-ring storytelling for his mega success. When he was young, one in-ring story left a lasting impression on his mind and eventually got him hooked on WWE. That match was Shawn Michaels vs. Ric Flair at WrestleMania 24. Apart from that, he is also a fan of Raw. When FaZe is not writing for Sportskeeda, he loves to keep up with other sports. He is an avid cricket and football fan, a huge gamer, and loves playing some RPGs on the PlayStation. CM Punk's long-awaited return to WWE has already sent shockwaves through the wrestling world. But if one veteran's recent comments are any indication, the Second City Savior may be headed for a collision course with a familiar face and an old score to settle. The possibility of Punk feuding with a 40-year-old ex-rival for the World Heavyweight Championship isn't just a nostalgic throwback. It could be the defining storyline of the modern era. In an exclusive interview, a seasoned WWE insider hinted at what may lie ahead for Punk, and the implications could reshape the company's landscape as it heads into its next big phase. Since returning to WWE after nearly a decade away, CM Punk has been walking a tightrope between redemption and rebellion. While his comeback has largely been welcomed by fans, the backstage rumors and locker room tensions that once plagued his first run haven't completely disappeared. Yet despite the noise, Punk's star power remains undiminished. He's a lightning rod for attention, a master on the mic, and a seasoned performer with a unique ability to draw real emotion from audiences. That makes him a natural fit for a major title program. But who will be standing across from him when that moment arrives? One name continues to surface: Seth Rollins. The two have history, tension, and unfinished business that could explode into one of the most compelling feuds WWE has staged in years. Rollins, the reigning World Heavyweight Champion, is exactly the kind of rival that can match Punk move for move, word for word, and ego for ego. Their paths have crossed before, but not in a way that gave fans the satisfying, deep-rooted rivalry both men are capable of delivering. With both superstars now operating at full capacity and on the biggest stage imaginable, the conditions are perfect for their feud to become something historic. A veteran wrestler who spoke under condition of anonymity gave a candid assessment of what this feud could mean. Punk and Rollins are cut from very different cloths, the veteran said. But that's what makes it work. One's an iconoclast, the other's the company man. You've got that classic clash of philosophies. And don't think for a second that those real-life tensions aren't part of the story. Fans aren't dumb. They can feel that this is more than just a scripted angle. There's history there. There's real resentment. That's magic when it's used right. Indeed, the chemistry, or lack thereof, between Punk and Rollins has been simmering ever since Punk's re-entry into WWE. While both have publicly acknowledged each other in interviews and on social media, the jabs and subtle shade haven't gone unnoticed. Rollins once called Punk a cancer during a live event, Hugh, and a session, only to later walk back the statement while still making it clear that they weren't exactly best friends. Punk, for his part, has danced around the topic, never fully denying the tension but often deflecting with his trademark sarcasm. That kind of ambiguity only fuels speculation, and in pro wrestling, speculation is often the first step towards storytelling gold. WWE seems to be laying the groundwork for this feud slowly but deliberately. Rollins has continued to defend the World Heavyweight Championship with pride, positioning himself as the face of Monday Night Raw. Punk, meanwhile, has been featured sporadically since returning, but when he does appear, the impact is seismic. Whether he's cutting promos, interfering in matches, or simply showing up backstage, Punk's presence changes the tone of the show. Fans know something big is coming, they're just waiting for the trigger to be pulled. There's also a fascinating parallel to explore in terms of career arcs. Rollins, once the brash upstart of The Shield, has matured into one of WWE's most reliable and versatile stars. His journey has included heel turns, babyface comebacks, and reinventions that speak to his adaptability and commitment. Punk, by contrast, has always been a disruptor. His rise was fueled by anti-establishment energy, his infamous pipe bomb promo rewriting the rules of what could be said on WWE television. Their stories mirror and contrast each other in compelling ways. One stayed and evolved within the system, the other left and fought the system from the outside. Now, with both men at the peak of their narrative power, the stage is set for a modern-day epic. The veteran source emphasized that WWE understands the potential here. "This isn't just a feud for a belt," he said. "This could be a WrestleMania main event. It could be a trilogy of matches that define this era. You don't just put two guys like Punk and Rollins in the ring without thinking big. They've both got something to prove, even now. That's what makes this different. It's not just about legacy. It's about who gets to write the last chapter." If the feud does unfold, there are several directions it could take. It might begin with subtle interactions, backstage standoffs, icy glances, or overlapping promos. WWE could use mutual opponents to build tension, with Rollins and Punk interfering in each other's business until a boiling point is reached. There's also the question of alignment. While Punk returned to cheers, his persona is always just one promo away from veering into the gray. Rollins, beloved as he is now, could easily slip into his more arrogant tendencies if pushed. The dynamic is fluid, which makes the storytelling possibilities endless. Creative decisions aside, the in-ring potential of a Punk-Rollins series is massive. Both men are capable of five-star classics, and their contrasting styles, Rollins' athleticism versus Punk's psychology, could produce matches that are not just technical masterpieces but emotionally charged encounters. Add in the stakes of the World Heavyweight title, and you've got the ingredients for a feud that could anchor an entire year of programming. There's also the meta element to consider. Wrestling in 2025 is as much about what happens outside the ring as inside it. Fans are more aware than ever of backstage politics, personal histories, and real-life drama. A Punk-Rollins feud would lean into that awareness, blurring the lines between work and shoot in a way that rewards the savvy viewer without alienating the casual one. WWE has successfully navigated this terrain before. Think Cena versus Punk in 2011 or Edge versus Matt Hardy in 2005, and the company has the tools to do it again. But perhaps the most important aspect of this potential feud is what it represents: a chance for CM Punk to cement his WWE legacy on his own terms. His departure in 2014 was messy, controversial, and unresolved. His return offers a rare second act, and a program with someone of Rollins' stature ensures that it won't be a mere nostalgia tour. It will be consequential, it will be real, and it could be the final chapter fans have waited over a decade to see. As the WWE Universe watches and waits, the seeds are being planted. The mic work, the stare-downs, the commentary teases, it's all leading somewhere. And if the veteran source is correct, that somewhere could be a feud that defines a generation, redefines a championship, and reclaims the narrative for one of the most polarizing superstars in wrestling history. CM Punk may feud with a 40-year-old ex-rival for the World Heavyweight title, but make no mistake. This would be more than just a match. It would be a moment, a war of ideals, and potentially a masterpiece in the making.